Okay, I'm gonna start out with I think it was Caroline's RV life or something close to that. Now I doubt she's watching my videos because I've never commented on her videos. I think I'm subscribed to her channel, but anyway, she talk about some of her viewers that would leave personal questions, obnoxious comments, stuff like that. Now, chick, you got to be a little bit less sensitive. You got to kind of roll the punches. Well, it's either pole barn garage or junkyard digs. As the phrase, have a beer about it. It just means don't get too upset about life. Just kind of like I said, roll with the punches and kind of. I would either ignore the mean, nasty stuff or kind of leave obnoxious or weird comments, something like that. I mean, just kind of invent silly stuff. I've done that once or twice too. I never got anything super mean and nasty, but I've got less than nice comments on one or two of my videos. I don't let that get to me. The people are out there, and some stuff my mother used to say that she'd say, consider the source. There are people that aren't real bright that leave comments like that. I just say it that way. Now that I can make a couple comments for Glorious Life on Wheels. Chick, love your videos, love your content. I don't think I've ever commented on any of your videos, so you may not know who I am either. It's Glorious Life on Wheels. Now let's see. She was she talked about adult children that kind of disinherit their parents, and she talked about people that would get in heated arguments over different things. Now I never get in heated arguments. Now if I'm in a discussion with somebody about something, I'm making a point to kind of figure out where they're coming from, what their point of view is, because I may or may not be right. I don't know. You may be talking about two completely different things. I'm making a point to understand their position, and sometimes that kind of helps me say, well, look, I understand what you're saying, but that's not completely right. Or if I say, well, look, I may not be completely accurate on this. You may be a little more knowledgeable on the subject than I am. I said, I never get in a heated argument. That's the way to approach an argument. Try to understand what the other person. Try to understand what the other person is, what their belief systems are. On adult children disinheriting their parents, that could be that what they're doing, or they may just be so engaged in life. They may have life responsibilities like taking care of children, like working, like having to take care of various issues that they don't have time to get back with their parents and make a life with them. That's kind of be an individual thing. Now, there probably are children that disinherit their parents for different reasons. Maybe the parents aren't the nicest of people. I don't know. That's just where things are. As CEO for Glorious Life on Wheels, I think I covered both things there. Now, third thing I want to cover, we had another, this is just on the news, another mountain rescue for 4 women that got in heat-related problems hiking some of the various, valley mountain trails. Now that does happen. Now you want to be very, very careful when you're hiking the mountains. Now that puts a stress on like the Phoenix Fire Department, the various first responders. Now personally, I think they, the various parks and stuff should put out signs, stating when it's super hot, the first responders will rescue you, but it's going to be when it's cooler and when when they're not putting when they're not subjecting them to problems. Also, there's some of those parks were closed like 11, like today was like about 110 or something. Yeah, we're in the peak of our heat. It's getting hot here in Phoenix in the Valley of the Sun. Like I said, they should. I personally think they should, rather than close the parks, they should put up big old signs saying we're not responsible for you. When they get super hot, you will get rescued, but it's going to be later in the day when it's not putting a strain on the first responders. That's my personal belief. I don't know. That's just my call. Okay. Bye-bye.